Hey guys, JT here. Put a little more light on there with my first run thoughts on the LRP S10 Blast. I got this from Gearbest.com, of course. I told you guys about that. And I just wanted to let you know I've run this car a lot. I've run it about, I don't know, 6 or 7 times so far. I haven't had a chance to take it to the track, and I'm going to try to probably in the next day or so if I can get out there. And I'm going to clean it up some. You see it's got mud all caked up in there from me running and bashing it. But thus far, this car has been pretty good. I haven't had any issues or problems with it since I've run the car. Now, just looking at the car, I've run it on 2 and 3S LiPo. It does come with the LiPo. It does give you this 2400 milliamp LiPo. And one key thing is, you guys see that there? It says ZD Racing on there. So this car does resemble in a lot of ways some of the ZD Racing buggies and stuff. So I'm going to try to look through some more of the parts to see kind of what's available, because if the ZD Racing cars are out there and some of the other ones, you can use the parts and it will be compatible. Some of the electronics do look familiar or similar to those cars as well. Ran this on 3S, and after I ran it for, I don't know, it was about 9 minutes. It was about 57 degrees outside. I could do the 3-second test. I didn't have my temp gun with me, so I could hold my fingers on here for actually more than 3 seconds, and the motor wasn't hot to where it burned my fingers or anything. So it can run from what I've run it on 3S on the stock gearing. I don't know about you guys gearing up and trying to get 60 miles per hour out of it, because this car is not built for something like that. Most of these cars that kind of come like this are made to run kind of as they are. You could probably get a faster motor and go a little bit faster, but I don't recommend putting a 5,000 kV motor and running on 3S, because it's not really meant for that. It is meant to be a 10 scale drive buggy for you guys to drive and have fun with, and even probably be somewhat competitive on a local level. Don't know about a national level, but I know you can take this to your local track and race and have some fun with it. Tire compound and everything, as you guys have seen, I've ran this on road, and they are wearing down just a tad bit, but they're not wearing down as much as I thought they would. This being a 4-wheel drive buggy, of course, all the power doesn't go to the rear, so it's not going to wear down the rear tires as much. But that's been a good thing. I have flipped this car, as you guys see all these chunks of dirt, you know, and stuff over here. I have flipped this car several times, and I haven't broken anything on it yet. That's not to say if you get this and you flip it, you won't break something, because, you know, all RC cars are going to be breakable in some way, form, or fashion. The wing is held up pretty good as well. This is kind of a Lexan wing, so it's not, you know, some of the other cheaper made like plastic type Lexans and all the other stuff that they try to put on these cars. So, and it was cold too when I ran it the other day as well. So, or colder, I should say, for Atlanta weather. We're in the 40s and upper 30s. That's what we call cold. So I know some of you guys are in the negatives and teens and like 5 and 6 degree weather. So that probably will break off or crack somewhat if you do drive it out there. So other things is going to be the radio and stuff. Haven't had any problems with any interference. You guys have to excuse me because I got a lot of stuff going on here in the war room. Haven't had any problems or issues with the radio. I did have the alignment was off a couple times when I was driving. I did have to readjust it. But that's been fine with there. You see I got dust and dirt everywhere coming off this car. So I'm going to have to clean this up some. Now there was another thing with the grinding that people have noticed, and I did when I was running it. It wasn't so much grinding. Turn this on real quick and get this going. So one thing I did notice is that some of the wheel nuts are tight. So you will have to loosen that up just a bit, because you see, you probably can't see it too much, but as I'm turning this, it does get a little tight there as well. One thing you do want to check, which is what I did when I first ran this, because it was a little bit off, even though it's got these CVAs in there. I don't know if everyone may not know how these work, but basically, we can get this to focus in just a little bit. There is a pin that is going to be in here, and sometimes with when these are constructed, that pin can be not centered, meaning that it's going to be off just a little bit or sticking out more through one way. And on mine, it was on one side sticking out a little bit more, so it was rubbing just a little bit in there, which did cause a little bit more friction, which of course would make one tire wheel spin, you know, faster or not spin that much or freely as the others. So I do recommend, if you get this car, to go ahead and check both sides. I know it's kind of hard to see here with this, but it's, you see that pin that's right there? Come on, focus in a little bit more. I know we're getting up close and personal. So sometimes that pin can slip through. So what you want to do is there's I think it's a 1.5 hex screw that you just put in there. You just want to loosen that up and then adjust that just a little bit, just so that can rotate freely. And I do recommend you do check your wheel nuts and make sure that they're tight on there, but they're not so tight to where the tires and wheels don't spin. That can be kind of fixed if you put a washer kind of on the inside of it before the pin, so before that screws in, it doesn't tighten all the way up. So there's adjustments to do for that. But other than that, guys, I wanted to get this out to you because I'm not sure if it's gonna sell out quickly and then they'll have to get some more stock and that the price is gonna raise up for it. Now I don't know how much the ZD Racing buggies are, but the design of it's similar to that. I think this has got probably a little bit more features. I did look at the slipper clutch and stuff, and it is built pretty good. It looked like it was a 2-pass slipper clutch, but I'd have to go back in there and look because I did check the gear mesh because I did see that it did seem like it was having a little bit more friction, but it was just loud. I mean, that's just how it is. It's not like there was anything grinding or running or rubbing or anything in here. So, so far, guys, so good. I mean, it's got adjustability. It comes ready to run with the LiPo. You get sway bars front and rear. You get adjustable shocks. There's no spaces or anything to put up in there. So it's been pretty good for me. And that's just, like I said, my experience. There may be somebody out there who may get a one-off and maybe get a limit or something. I don't know. But thus far with me, so far, this has been good. I'm going to enjoy running this some more as well. I'm curious to see if Gearbest is going to get in their short course truck. They got a 4-wheel drive stadium truck, actually, not short course, I'm sorry. Because I do love stadium trucks. I do love 4-wheel drive stadium trucks. So I'm curious to see if they're going to actually get those as well and just take out the electronics, put some of their stuff in to kind of lower the price for us. So that'll be interesting to see. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this, but I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I'm going to try to get up to the track on the next day or two to at least get a video of me running this on the track so you guys can see how this performs out there. And I'll try to get somebody to film so that my driving and filming isn't the worst in the world. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more videos.